funky. Guys, how you doing? This is Isaac, the Nikes and Rippin' the Jeans Anderson.
I am Tyler, I hate communism Keen.
And this is a movie show where we talk about movie news.
The movie reviews.
And everything in between. Thank you all for watching. All there. Hey, look, Tyler, do you see those people watching right now?
I do.
I think I see a Mr. Evan Miller.
I tell you what, I can tell you right
Is that your
now,
name?
we probably got the best looking audience out there.
Yes, I believe so too. There's a person from the Philippines. I can't pronounce their name. Don't you dare pronounce their name because they might stop watching. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Especially you. Not you, but you. And you know what? We wanted to tell you some movie news right now. And specifically, we wanted to start out with telling you they're making a $6 billion man movie. And Mark Wahlberg is going to be producing it. So you know it's going to be good, right?
See, what I've heard about this is that they originally wanted to do the $6 million man. They had to jump it up because $6 million is not that much money anymore.
Yeah, $6 million. It might get you kind of like half a house in the San Diego.
Or he had a whole fully tailored Armani suit.
Either way, not that much money, even though it is for us.
Yep.
But yeah, $6 billion man movie. This is gonna suck.
I had the feeling that it is going to be terrible. The original was a product of its time. I mean, that time is long gone. It's like Charlie's Angels. They're trying to bring that back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was like 20 years ago.
Oh no. Right now.
Oh, that's right. We did talk about that on the
Yeah.
show. Oh my goodness, it's almost like I was not here or here, and I just didn't pay attention.
See, for me, I feel the 70s are left buried.
The 70s were an odd time for, like, it was the golden age of television, but it was also trash television too. You had things like, you know, what was
Star Wars Christmas special.
Yeah, well, you had Archie Bunker and stuff on TV.
Okay, no, pull it back. Oh, that was hilarious.
Oh yeah, I'm saying like you had good things like that. You had what the Jeffersons were in the 70s too, but you also had like Battle of the Network Stars, the $6 Million Man, stuff like that. Yeah. Like just kind of like
The
hokey.
Love Boat.
Yeah, the Love Boat too.
Ugh.
Yeah, there was a lot of shows in the 70s. They had the best of television and the worst of television.
It was the best of television. It was the worst of television.
Now, this is most likely going to be, I don't think Mark Wahlberg is going to be playing the $6 Billion Man, but let's just say he is. It's going to be, what, you mean I'm going to go an astronaut? You mean I'm going to, what do you mean? Rebuilding a $6 man? $6 billion man? What do you mean? No. Now? Really?
It's going to be Chicken Rooster in it. Rooster.
What's up, Rooster? You know I'm a $6 billion man, right? Yeah. Say hi to your mother for me. Yeah, it's going to be kind of like that. Terrible Mark Wahlberg impression.
Actually, no, I have to say like that was actually about...
That's pretty good?
That's about...
You mean I can jump up and go, you mean I can do that?
That's actually close to his vernacular, man. It's pretty amazing.
But
throw that, do a Boston accent, and you got it down.
Yeah, I can't really do a Boston accent.
So the vibrations. Like the vibrations are the good vibrations, aren't they?
The $6 million man
Don't ever call me Marky Mark. I'll kill you if you call me Marky Mark.
Yeah, I'm going to give you those good vibrations, bro. You going to try to bring that back up, huh? Huh? You going to try to bring that? My brother's on Blue Bloods.
Oh, you need a Patman? Looking for the Patman?
Okay, we've done enough Mark Wahlberg things. Okay. The $6 billion man, yeah, I said this is going to suck. I'll tell you why exactly. Because back then it was like a little silly thing where, you know, oh, we're going to catch the criminals. And they're like, the most he did was like jump up on like a 2-story building. And then he couldn't even jump high enough to like get over the little ledge on the balcony.
Yeah.
But they little hokey sound effects. But now he's going to like do Superman, Zack Snyder jumps and like crush the sidewalk and everything.
Superhero landings.
Yeah, it's going to be stupid. But who knows? They might try to ground it in reality somewhat, even though it's a $6 billion man. I don't know.
And the terrible Kill Bill jog suit, whatever the jumpsuit he had.
Yeah, I have no idea. Well, like, any final thoughts on this? Like, do you have any interest in seeing this?
Not in the least bit.
Not in the least bit for me either. And also, before we go, I think we should mention that Travis Knight, the guy that directed Bumblebee and Kubo and the Two Strings, is going to be directing this.
Okay, now my interest has come closer. I mean, I might see this now.
Yeah, he is a quality director. I enjoyed Kubo and the Two Strings a lot. I didn't see Bumblebee. Did you?
Okay, I saw Bumblebee. I have to say, this guy could take, was it like not 2008, take 10 years of Michael Bay garbage and making a watchable film.
Yeah, I heard it was pretty good. It was getting great reviews.
No, I'd say it's probably one of the best films I saw last year.
Really?
Dude, I mean, yeah, I'd give it like a 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10.
Well,
it's really extremely emotional.
Still, not interested.
Come on,
no, like most women that talk to me, it's like, yeah, there seems to be some competency behind there, but yeah, you still can't make me interested in that.
Oh, the ones that like they agree to go out with you, but they buy the most expensive thing on the menu and play on their phone the entire time. Some of those girls.
Our next topic is Phoebe Waller-Bridge. And in case you don't know who that is, she's a comedian from England, and she played K2, no, that's not K2SO, the feminist robot from Solo.
I'll just say that entire...
L3, that's her name.
It was the worst part of a bad film.
Yeah, and apparently she's been hired to write some rewrites on the Bond 25 script to make it, quote, funnier.
You know what I must say about Bond? I mean, I would rather it just end with Spectre.
What?
Yeah, I would rather just end.
Spectre was, I don't know, I'd be very disappointed if it ended on Spectre.
No, I mean, just let Bond, just let him go.
Just like...
Let it go, Junior, just let it go.
Yeah, well, I mean, no pun intended, but like people have a very big bond with James Bond, and it's going to be very hard to see Daniel Craig go. It seems like this is the last one with him in there, right?
Yeah, who are they going to replace him with?
I don't know. Idris Elba's been floating around for a long time, but as far as Phoebe Waller-Bridge writing some
Nick
stuff,
Frost.
She is she's a pretty prominent comedy writer. I'm not a huge fan of her comedy, from judging from what I've seen.
No, me neither.
But what do you think about this? Her kind of writing this script.
I really have no interest in this whatsoever.
Like in the movie in and of itself, or like
the movie in and of itself. I'd say I'm over Bond.
Really?
Yeah.
That's surprising. I don't know if I'm over Bond. I like Daniel Craig as Bond a lot. I think the last few movies have been great, except for Spectre. That movie sucked. It didn't suck. It just wasn't great. But I don't know how I feel about it being like funnier per se. I don't think that's a good decision for this kind of thing.
I think get Rowan Atkinson to be in this. So you're gonna be Bond in it?
Oh, it would be Johnny English.
Exactly. That's the point I'm trying to make. That's what Johnny English was a funny James Bond.
Well, it just feels like a clash of tone. It feels like this would be kind of an inappropriate use of this kind of comedy because she's very, as they say, woke. I think that maybe if we leave Bond to kind of just the archetypal things that we've left for like the storylines, kind of the more serious, more grounded kind of thing, instead of throwing like, social aware joke. A little bit of that's okay, but like I don't know how I feel about it being like this big of an overhaul on the script, and especially for this to be Daniel Craig's last one, I really don't want this to be a heavy-handed like movie.
What if it ends and the whole world blows up and we're done with Bond?
I'd be okay with that. But anyway, I'm curious to see what it is. I'm apprehensive though. I don't think this is a great idea. Any final thoughts?
I don't think any of this is a good idea. Just let Bond die. Let 25 be his burial film.
Well, speaking about letting it die, Minecraft is apparently getting its own film because money, and Warner Brothers is producing it because money. Tyler, what do you think about this?
Isn't this from Switzerland?
I don't know where it's from. It's from the internet for all I know.
I think it's from Switzerland, but I don't know much about Minecraft. I know it's like was it like Legos?
It's like
digital Legos.
It's like digital Legos, and I think there's like zombies at the like in one part of the video game. I never played it.
I know. I think it's you do whatever you want to do.
You've had to play this game before, haven't you?
Not at all.
You've never played Minecraft?
Not at all.
Oh, well, I mean that.
Have you played it?
No, I haven't played it. But you play video games. I don't play video games.
Yeah, well, I play like Resident Evil and destroying and killing.
This is like blocky Resident Evil because there's like zombies outside. I think they're called creeps. Right?
No, I mean, I think it's whatever you want to do with it. That's what I was told.
It's like The Sims with Legos kind of thing.
It's not quite The Sims with Legos. It's like actual digital Legos.
Yeah, it's like there's no plot.
There's no plot.
Which leads me to how in the world are you going to turn this into an entertaining film?
Lego movie.
Because, I mean, the Emoji Movie, like, what a hit.
Oh.
But I don't know how exactly you would do this, unless you do like a Lego Movie type thing where it's like the real world is like someone's controlling them, but did it feel like a ripoff? I don't know where you would go with this. I mean, I really don't.
It's probably not going to go anywhere, and it's probably not going to be made. That's my feeling.
You don't think it's going to get made, period?
I think they're going to dip out of this.
I feel like this is going to get go into production. The first trailer is going to go. It's going to get a lot of thumbs downs on YouTube, and then they're going to push the date back, and then they're going to it's going to be like a direct to Netflix film, or it's going to get released and get. I'm pegging this right now, 14% in Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, isn't that what happened to Angry Birds? You remember that?
There's a sequel to Angry Birds. I don't know if you know that. How in the world they got that? But last thing before we move on, I'm going to predict the Rotten Tomatoes consensus, what it says. And it's like, while Minecraft is an enjoyable game for kids, this movie could not build itself enough of a plot to carry throughout the film.
Like a creeper, it came to my theater in the night. There we go.
What?
Yeah.
Speaking about creeps.
Very displeased with it.
speaking about creeps, Star Wars Episode 9 trailer just came out. And guess what? Lots of people watched this trailer. There was one guy online that cried like furiously over this within 20 seconds of the trailer. He was crying furiously. But for most people saw it and said,
furiously
"Oh, okay,
or
cool."
pro-furiously?
Like furiously, like
with angry tears.
Like it was like passionate, angry tears. But anyway, most people watched this and they moved on with their day. The Star Wars Celebration was going on and they released this afterwards. And the biggest thing, I don't think this is a spoiler, because most everybody in the world has seen this trailer by now that cares. Palpatine's back.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Kind of defeats the purpose of the first 3 films. Kind of kills Anakin's whole character arc.
Yeah, I mean, then he didn't really destroy the Sith. I mean, there's been some wild speculation, and apparently Kathleen Kennedy was like, "This was our plan all along to bring Palpatine back." I'm like, really?
No, y'all were just trying to like make.
That's a lie.
Y'all were just trying to make it up the fans because of the last one.
This one's going to be like basically just a fan service fountain. I feel like it's just going to be like, here you go, kids. You know the game Uncharted? Well, Poe Dameron's dressed just like him. And you know what? You like Palpatine? Here's some Palpatine. Oh, here's some more Luke. Ooh, eat it up, kids.
Now I got to feel it's going to be like adult.
Lando!
I'm like, fans, please start buying our toys again.
I don't know. I could not have cared less about this movie before this now. After Episode 8, I'm just like, you know what? I don't think I'm excited for the next one. I don't think I want to see it.
Me neither.
This trailer has me a little bit more intrigued. I'm curious to see how exactly they bring Palpatine back.
I'm just curious to see how J.J. Abrams is going to fix Rian Johnson's garbage.
Well, I feel like we've talked a little bit about this. This guy's back, and he looks like he's wearing the same clothes as he was back in Solo: A Star Wars Story.
That's probably.
Do you think? Well, because it's established that they have like the clothes rack in there too. Do you think he just saved it?
What I think is going to happen is like his actual clothes. Like he wears this at home because he hadn't had work in a few years.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
You got a good point. Did you watch
Billy got to eat?
Did you see the Star Wars Celebration panel?
Absolutely not.
He looked. This is totally speculation. This is not true. This is totally what I think. He looked intoxicated, and he was like, "Lando, it's good. Yeah, it's great."
I got work.
He was like that.
I'm going to eat, everybody. I got work. I got a job. Name the last movie Billy D. Williams was in. There you go.
I really can't name one. I really can't.
I saw him in a Tic Tac commercial a few years ago.
He plays Lando on the animated series, I think.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, he does. He sounds really old, though. But as far as the movie in and of itself, personally, I think that this is probably going to take place years in the future, probably like 2 or 3 years after The Last Jedi. Have nothing to do with The Last Jedi, and they basically say, okay, we have to go singularly do this thing on this one planet, and Kylo Ren's chasing them or something like that. We have to go get the thing, we have to go get the MacGuffin, or we have to go do this thing, and they kind of split off into 2 parts, but they're on the same mission to go do this one thing. I think that's going to be more streamlined.
And there's going to be red herring in there, too.
But what do you mean?
A red herring.
It's going to be like, yeah, I know what red herring is, but what do you mean by that?
Like it's going to be, they're going to be like, oh, her parents were not, it's going to have...
Oh, retcon.
No. It's going to be like, well, your parents were nothing, your parents were nobody. So, oh, well, okay, I understand that. We understand that from the last film. And then they're going to retcon like halfway during the film, too. And be like, well, guess what? All that was not even true. It was just
It's going to be a lot of that, I feel like.
Because I feel like everything from the Last Jedi is going to be red herrings.
I feel like this movie is going to try to fix, like you said, but I also think that it's going to be completely kind of independent from all those things because we just want to get that taste out of our mouth, regardless if you like The Last Jedi or not. I feel like this is not going to have much to do with it whatsoever. It's probably not even going to mention anything from it. But I don't know, guys. What do you think about this?
So what I think is probably going to be critic consensus 98%, audience score is going to be like a 45 to a 50.
I don't buy that. I feel like this is probably, I'm saying 95% when it comes out. I think people are going to love this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like critic score or audience?
This is critic score. And also, I feel like we should mention this before we go. Thank you, Amanda, for putting the photo up. George Lucas apparently consulted with J.J. Abrams. This is not really news. He does this for all these movies, I think. But doesn't mean they use his ideas. He consulted with them, and apparently he had some ideas and everything, and they probably said, that's garbage. And that's and they did their own thing. And also, something that does get me a little bit worried about this, Chris Terrio helped write the script for this. In case you know, he wrote the critically acclaimed Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, and Man of Steel, which, I mean, everyone needs a paycheck, so I can't blame him for that. But I don't know. He also wrote Argo, which was a pretty quality film, and J.J. Abrams knows how to make a movie. So I'm very excited to see what it's going to be, but I'm not as excited nearly as I was before then. But let us know in the comments on facebook.com/Studio67NCC what you guys are thinking about this. Did you like the trailer?
So you think the audience are going to love it?
I think the audience is going to be kind of like, there's going to be people that's like, this is the worst movie of all time. And there's going to be like people that's like, they made it too safe. And there's going to be people like, totally redeemed it. All over the board.
Because I give like a 50% audience score.
I don't know. Let's wait till it gets close to time.
I know they're going to velvet hammer all the critics.
They're going to be like, yeah, you like this movie, right?
They're like this is the greatest movie I have ever seen.
I want to be invited to another press screening, please.
Yes.
Give me another.
Disney, you're awesome, Disney.
Give me another swag bag.
Please, Disney.
Anyway, guys, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to be talking about Pet Sematary. Stay with us.
When it comes to culinary arts, Nash Community College is here to turn your burning passion for food into a career. Our chefs, with over 70 years of highly qualified industry experience, are here to point you in the right direction, teaching and handing down classical culinary techniques that will improve your skills and help you cut your way into the food industry. Gain invaluable experience, vital to cooking and preparing delicious food, served in a personal and creative environment. To learn more about the Culinary Arts program, visit nashcc.edu.
Welcome back to Big Bang Cinema, guys. My name is Isaac the Rib Jeans Anderson.
I'm Tyler. I'm still here, Keen.
And guess what? Tyler and I both saw a movie this week, and we wanted to talk about it. Tyler, what did we see?
Pet Sematary.
Cemetery. So, Tyler, can you tell the people at home what Pet Sematary is about?
You know, if you say in a British accent, it's Pet Symmetry.
Symmetry? Well, it's the whole point of it's like the children spelled it, and it's supposed to be spelled wrong.
No, if you really say what a British accent is, Pet Symmetry. Well, what it's about is the land went sour back in the day. It used to be an Indian burial ground, and people started burying the pets in there, and pets started coming back. But it wasn't them. It was something inside of them. You know, sometimes dead is better.
Well, yeah, that's a line from the original movie.
Then the next thing you know, you're at home, you're working, your wife.
Your wife's getting the Amazon packages.
Yeah.
I knew that was coming.
You knew that was coming.
I knew it was coming. That's a
South Park.
Yeah, you have to say. I was gonna leave it up to chance. I'm like, if you guys know that, good job. But if not, look it up. So Tyler, what did you think about this movie, Pet Sematary? Not the 1989 one.
I didn't like it as much as the 1989 one.
Okay. Well, in case you don't know, it's based on Stephen King's book, Pet Sematary.
Extremely loosely.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I didn't read the book. I never saw the original film either.
It's like about okay. The original one, it was the original one had some details that weren't the same, but this one was like really not the same. It was like really not like the book.
Profound.
Really, really not like the book.
We're gonna put that like on. That needs to be like on the chakras for the day. And it's like it was not. It's like the first movie was the same, but the next movie was not the same. Tyler Keane.
As the book.
Yeah. Wow. Amazing.
It was not the same as the book, but it was closer.
I got what you said, but the way you said it just sounded like
I'm trying not to cuss about this movie.
Wow, did it frustrate you that bad?
It really did, because I read the book.
Well, it didn't frustrate me that bad. And I thought this movie was okay. I didn't think it was terrible. It was watchable. I just thought it was a lot of missed opportunities. I thought it was the main thing that was wrong was Jason Clarke's character. I felt like that was a huge missed opportunity, and also the pacing.
I did like John Lithgow in it, though.
John Lithgow was the best part of the film.
Yes, he was.
I think I should talk about kind of specifically what I think is kind of the crux of the movie. So, in case you don't know, the plot of the movie revolves around Jason Clarke and his wife and 2 kids go off to live in like this old country house. And basically they meet John Lithgow, who lives up there, and they have a cat. The cat gets ran over, and and they basically bury it in this secret Indian burial ground that John Lithgow knows because Jason Clarke's daughter loves this cat, and the cat comes back to life. And Jason Clarke's a doctor, and he starts getting all these weird visions and stuff about how the barrier's not supposed to be broken or what something. I don't know. I forgot. And then the cat comes back, but the cat's like mean now.
Well, it's not the cat anymore.
Yeah, and then eventually the daughter accidentally gets ran over by a car, and then the dad gets so upset that he buries her in this Indian burial ground, which looks like a cheap set, by the way, because they're like, we'll get into that in just a second. And then the daughter comes back and acts like, evil and all that. So that's the basic plot of the movie is daughter dies, gets buried, and comes back to life, terrorizes the family.
Kills them and buries them.
But that's like the last 20 minutes of the movie. So,
yeah.
Spoiler alert from here on out for Pet Sematary. In case you don't want any spoilers right now, it's fine, it's okay. A lot of missed opportunity character-wise, but it's a competently enough made film. So the biggest problem for me was Jason Clarke's character. I cannot see him doing this in the movie. His character is set out to be a very cynical medical professional who thinks death is just another part of life, and he's like, we should just move on, get over it. And the only reason he brings the cat back to life is because his daughter likes it, because John Lithgow wants to bring it back for his daughter. Jason Clarke couldn't care less. So, when his daughter gets ran over in this movie, I've got no indication that this character would be so distraught that he would want to bring his daughter back to life. That like goes against this character completely. Do you agree or not?
Okay, yeah, it really does.
Like if they made it like where the daughter, because the whole movie he's being like a very cynical kind of like, and there's a little scene where he's like, he wants to tell his daughter, death's just a part of life. You need to get over it. Some people die. Who cares, And
then the dead student he couldn't save is like, yeah, don't go out there, bro. It's bad.
Yeah, and even then he's just like, oh, I guess just another day on the job,
Oh, snap. It wasn't a dream. My feet are dirty.
Well, regardless, like the relationship he had with his daughter was kind of the emotional crux of the movie, but it was just so like, I didn't get anything from that. Like, it needed to really be like, if you're going to tell a story like this, it's just what you have to do. You have to really make it like, if you're going to make him the cynical professional, you need to make his daughter like the only thing that really opens him up. The one thing he can't live without. Have a line in there, and it's just like, if it wasn't for my little girl, I don't know how I would be able to get through these kinds of days, And like, that's the one thing that opens him up emotionally. And when he loses her, then I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't live without out my little girl. We got to do this. But the whole movie, he acts like very cynical about death the whole time, and all of a sudden he makes a 180 when his daughter dies. It doesn't make any sense.
See, from what the original, to me that worked best was like, the child died, and he's like, oh crap, I'm in a whole lot of trouble. So he goes there and just like buries him.
See, I like that would have been more interesting. And to me, Jason Clarke, like I described Jason Clarke's character as a piece of wood with Jason Clarke's face on it. Yeah. He's not a bad actor, but man, his role is so underwritten. Yeah, it's like, you can like basically Photoshop him like a piece of wood. The mom character, I forgot what the actress's name is. Her character is very well fleshed out. Her character has a really interesting backstory that would really play into it. If she was the main character of the film, I can see her doing that. I can see her bringing her daughter back to life and then terrorizing the family. I can see that really, really well. But she's just like pushed to the side, and then spoiler alert, she gets murdered 20 minutes before the movie ends, and then she murders Jason Clarke.
Well, yeah, spoiler of the whole thing is everyone loses in the end. Yeah,
like the ending was very dark, but I mean, we didn't earn it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, when I said they moved to the cheap set, they're like there's a scene in this movie. I'm almost done talking about this movie. There's a scene in the movie where John Lithgow and Jason Clarke are in the pet cemetery, and they have the cat. They're about to bury the cat, and then John Lithgow's like, "Didn't your daughter love this cat? Come with me." And they go behind this little barrier. And then like they go from on location to like a cheap green screen set, and they're like walking. It's like a little tiny set that the studio built, and it looks like a movie from 1994. It looks so like, I'm like, wow, he ran out of budget for this. Really? Mm-hmm. It looks so dated. But yeah, that was another thing. But John Lithgow, I'm going to say positive. John Lithgow was great. I really liked his character. It was very well set up. He played it very, very well. I could see him doing the things he did in the movie, but the rest of the movie was just like totally flatlined by that one performance. That one performance was the one thing that was going on. And it was also, the pacing goes from kind of like, it takes a very long time to build up these characters, but it doesn't build them up as much as they should. It built up the mom really well, but it doesn't build up Jason Clarke whatsoever. So the whole time's kind of wasted. And then the last 20 minutes is like, go, 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 go. Like, you know, daughter comes back. Daughter comes back like 20 minutes before the movie ends.
Oh, what was that horrible movie with what we saw last summer with the horror film about people chopping heads off?
Oh my gosh, I don't know.
The ghost one. It was boring up until the end of it.
That was so many of them. Not the head chopped off, but
it had
you got to hurry up. We got to end.
Oh, dude. Oh, gosh. It had
This movie's a 5 out of 10 for me, by the way.
Same here for me too.
Okay. Well, think about it, guys. In case
Hereditary.
Oh yeah, I loved Hereditary.
Oh, it was god awful.
No, this one, like, see, that one actually had interesting characters. This one only had one interesting character, and she was a side character. But guys, do you think we're right? Do you think we're wrong about this movie? What do you want us to talk about next? Leave us a comment at facebook.com/Studio67NCC. Love to hear what you guys have to say. Anyway, guys, this is episode 99 of Big Bang Cinema. I hope you know that. Next week is going to be our 100th episode.
And we're talking about we're doing off with a big bang of Endgame.
We're going to be talking a little
Our
bit.
Endgame.
Well, we're going to be talking about our ideas, what we think is going to happen in Endgame, because it comes out next week. We have an awesome segment with Mr. Joey Dottridge, about superhero movies, and we're also going to go over some of the best parts of Big Bang Cinema and some of our favorite moments throughout the series. In case you guys have any, leave them in the comments. Let us know. We put a little clip show together. But guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Isaac the Rip Jeans Anderson.
I am Tyler.
Stay lovely. See you next week.